Media and entertainment has been a large part of our culture for quite some time now. Whether it be the 1960s or the early 2000s, it has taken many different forms. Back in the 1960s, one of the most prevalent forms of entertainment was actually the radio, and at the best for some, the television. And this is cited by the National Museum of American History back in 2017, the article being titled Entertainment and cited by those historians on that website. Now, today, one of the most popular forms of entertainment is actually streaming, and specifically streaming with video games. And one of those most popular streamers is named XQC. It's an odd name, I know. His name is XQC, 3 letters, and he's a Canadian streamer. And today I'm trying to convince you guys or persuade you guys about why I think you should get into watching streams or get a little bit interested in it, just to think about it. And about why, and I'm going to explain to you guys about how it's pushing the forefront of the entertainment industry, how it's sweeping into many different demographics, and how it has so much variety and so much to give you guys. And I'm using XQC as an example. Now, to paint a broader picture for you guys, I want to define entertainment, specifically its contemporary definition. And the definition of it is a form of activity that holds the attention and interest of an audience or gives pleasure and delight. And this was defined by Oxford Dictionary back in 2017, which is currently being updated annually with new words that are being added by Oxford historians. Now, you may be asking at this time, whenever you think about getting into new forms of entertainment, you may be asking yourself, is it fun? Is it worth my time? If it's not fun, why is it even called entertainment, right? It said right there that the definition that entertainment brings delight, so why would I care if it's not fun? And to help you guys with that, I want to give you guys some statistics. So, the first statistic I want to give you guys is from Darren Heitner, and he is a journalist for Incorporated, which is a New York business magazine, and the author is also a lawyer, and he did this research back in 2018, and he found that in 2018, on average per week, people aged 18 to 25 watched about 3 hours and 25 minutes of people streaming video games, which is above by 1 hour that same age demographic for people watching traditional sports, which was only for 2 hours and 25 minutes per week. Now, this just shows how streaming itself is becoming greatly popular with our age demographic, and various as well. And I want to show you guys a statistic from XQC, the main guy I want to use as an example, and about his viewership. Now, XQC, this was cited from Twitch Tracker, Twitch is the channel that XQC streams on. It's one of the most popular streaming channels, and it's owned by Amazon. I'll dive into more of that in a bit. And it's XQC's viewership for the average amount of people that view him at one time is 22,050 people. 22,050 people watching him at once. That's his average. And why I'm telling you guys these statistics is that I'm trying to paint a picture about why this industry is becoming so popular. About these statistics don't lie. That if it's so popular, then it must be bringing some amount of joy to people, that it must be fun to some extent, that if it wasn't fun, then there wouldn't be so many people watching XQC at once. There wouldn't be 22,050 people watching him on average at one time. And I'm going to dive into more about how entertaining he can be, and about why he's pushing the forefront of the streaming industry itself, and why it's becoming like an inevitable snowballing change. And his stats were cited by Twitch Tracker, which is run by Twitch staff, which regulate it daily to cope with the changes that are happening daily with Twitch streamers and their stats with viewership. And streaming itself, with each new generation, technology changes, and the technological changes are inevitable. As seen back in the Industrial Revolution during the 1800s and early 1900s, technological changes happen fast, like that. There's one example I want to use is the automobile industry taking the transportation industry by storm, and how during the 1920s many Americans were able to afford cars, and how that became the prevalent form of transportation during that time. And this was cited by the Scientific American from Daniel Schlenoff back in 2017 with an article titled "The Motor Vehicle." And such a great technological change is happening right now in 2020 with streaming itself. And as I cited with how it's sweeping demographics with, back when I talked to you about the statistic with Darren Heitner, the New York lawyer and a magazine writer, it's sweeping multiple demographics, and it's becoming the forefront of the entertainment industry. And how changes like this are just going to keep growing, and how if there's, say, 22K people watching XQC, who's one of the top streamers on Twitch, not even the top himself, he's the fourth top one. There's people that are above him with more people watching him, like 100K people watching him. So as you can see, this platform is becoming wildly popular, and it's one of the most popular industries in this day and age. And you may be asking, how I talked about shortly how XQC streams video games and how video game streaming itself is the most popular. You may be asking yourself at this time, well, if you're just talking about video game streaming, I don't really care about video games. I don't care that people play them. I don't really want to watch them. Like, who cares, right? I don't want to watch that. Why is this guy trying to convince me of it? Well, it's more than just video games. I'm talking about entertainment itself. Remember that. And how with Twitch, it's mainly for entertainment, not just video games. And there is great variety to be held with on Twitch, specifically with XQC. And streaming itself holds so much variety, so much content. And I'm going to use the citation from Twitch Tracker, the one with his 22K viewer stats. That same site has these stats as well. And how XQC is ranked the fourth most popular variety streamer, which he's also the fourth most popular streamer out of every genre as well on that platform. And variety means that he plays various games and does various things. And instead of playing video games, his video games are Overwatch, Fortnite, popular stuff like that, and Call of Duty as well. And he also does things, he's done gym streams, he's done streams where he's cooking with his roommate, streams that he's going out with his friends to restaurants and such. He's gone other places like that in his town. He's also done streams where he's talking about trending topics in videos, and he's also done streams where he goes to something called TwitchCon. Excuse me. Something called TwitchCon, which is a meeting of various Twitch streamers to discuss new forms of content that is being put out, and to also meet with fans that want to see their favorite streamer. And I talk about this variety and talk about how there's so much that is being put out on his channel, and so much that is put out on many other channels as well. It begs the question about, like, wow, what can I watch? What can I do? And I can show you guys that the website is very easy to access, and I'm going to show you guys at the very end. But today I want to dive into more about why this platform is more important than you may think. During this time of a pandemic, it is very terrible for many. People are being laid off from their jobs, people have to work from home, people are very stressed out and looking for outlets to cope. Now, Twitch itself is actually fantastic because whether you may be looking to watch some TV or some form of entertainment, or maybe if you want to watch someone play video games, who knows? You can always pop in there just to go to XQC and watch his stream, because as I explained, he has a variety of content that you can watch, and maybe he'll give you a little smile. Maybe it'll be something just to brighten your day, one day at a time, or 1 minute at a time. And if you're not interested in XQC, who I've shown as an example, there are many other people you can watch as well, many different places, many different channels with many different topics. But as I've shown, XQC is a fantastic variety streamer, and he has many things to offer for people that want to watch him. And I want to conclude off of the variety topic, and I want to talk about how I want to wrap this all up in a more broad topic, and how the traditional television format has been, offset by this form of entertainment of streaming, and how there's going to be no turning back once a change like this is set in motion, and how XQC stream is a part of that. How he's pushing the new streaming genre out there, and how he's showing many various things on his channel. Like I said, with the gyms, there's gym streams, there's streams where he's going out with his friends, of course not right now because of quarantine, him playing video games, and many other things like that. And him being the 4th ranked variety streamer on Twitch, him having 22K viewers average on his stream, with all this while doing various things and having fans watch him all the time and other people on the platform as well. I just want to try and give you guys a little to think about why I think you guys should try this platform and give XQC a look as one of the most popular streamers, and how I think that during this time, whether you may think you may not be for you, at least just take a look, or at least just think about it, because it could be an experience that you may never thought you'd enjoy. And during this trying time, we can always use something that can help us smile and that can help us brighten our day just a little bit. And it's always worth giving it a shot for new things, for things that you may not think may work, that actually can work in the very end. You never know. And I please implore you all just to think about it. Thank you very much.